We spent 3 incredible days exploring Portland, Oregon.
From Portland Classics to the Winter Light Festival.
And somehow ended up in a traditional Slavic sauna.
Where a stranger beat us with birch branches, and we loved it. Join us for a very Portland adventure. Subscribe to our channel for more Zeke and Terri adventures. Welcome to Portland, Oregon. We have never been here before.
Never. We came in the winter, so it's going to be a little cold.
But I have my big puffy jacket. You've got your puffy jacket, so
Ready.
We should all be all set. Well, that was probably the easiest public transportation to a hotel we've had in a really long time. And it was also the cheapest at $2.80 for each of us. But check out this room.
It's huge, and apparently there's no drought because the bathtub is absolutely enormous. I think we're gonna have to start filling it now if we want to take a bath tomorrow.
But I love Kimpton Hotel, and I think because it's winter, it really was not that expensive. And it's huge.
Yeah, and Lauren at the front desk said, lunch, gotta go to some food carts. So we are off to the Midtown about 3 blocks away to get some food. We got a big wet welcome from Portland.
We have now had our first Portland food truck experience, and it's a little overwhelming to choose from all these things. And also I was a little hungry, and decision making tends to be a little bit challenging when I'm hungry. I wanted these noodles with stir-fried vegetables and some chicken, and it ended up being mostly noodles.
I'm just glad I went with the medium spicy because it was plenty spicy.
I went through medium spicy because we have done Thai spicy medium, and I mean, we're white, but we're not that white.
I'm pretty white. 3/10 of a mile to Powell's books, and then we'll be indoors again, and then we'll regroup from there.
Okay, I might have to move to Portland just to come here, although I imagine I would be completely broke and my time would be dedicated to this place. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun.
You should look for a job application.
I wouldn't want to work here unless they paid me to read.
Well, among other things.
I wouldn't want to deal with people. Absolutely love serendipity, and we got to these Chinese gardens in Portland after the doors closed, but the gal was so nice, she told us that there was a special event happening, and we bought our tickets online. We could get half off. And so here we are at a Lunar New Year celebration. There's going to be a dragon dance later. There are lights. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and if we tag them and follow them, we're going to get a lantern. Which we're going to give to one of the little kids who's here, because there's some little kids here, and there's a scavenger hunt, and
we've already filled our bags up with Powell books.
That's surprisingly not dark. Is it hot? Perfect. I love Bow. Well, that's a little bit of excitement right there. They were unexpected lights while we were inside at the Lansu Chinese Garden.
I think they're saying Happy New Year.
That was a lot of fun. A little headache inducing with the dragon, but still, I don't think I've ever seen that in person, or if I did, it was in San Francisco a very, very long time ago.
Yeah, I think I want to start a drum circle now.
Ta-da!
Another room.
We got back from our Lunar New Year's event.
And we got back to our room, and it was still pretty brisk. And so I turned the heater on, and it was running and running and running. And I climbed up on a chair and felt the vent, and it was just blowing cold air. So we have a new room. It was a lot of fun today exploring this little corner of Portland. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow because it's supposed to be dry and still cold, but we're gonna do a couple of gardens. We got a botanical garden in the morning and a Japanese garden in the afternoon, and midday is going to be lunch with
Afton, somebody that we went to junior high and high school with, and she made a recommendation for a place called Lemongrass, which is a Thai place, and we are going to be smart, and we're going to get 0 spicy or half spicy, because apparently it's true Thai spice, and we want to be able to eat and enjoy our lunch. We did do some exploring here a little bit. We went up to the game area and Zeke beat me at 4 in a row or 4 across. The thing that's super disappointing is, we pay a resort fee here, and they advertise that there are bikes, and there's only one functioning bike. So that may change our plans for riding along the Esplanade. I have books that are beckoning, so I'm gonna have to say bye for the night.
It is coffee time. 36 degrees outside. Hopefully I don't have to go too far. All right, I have to be strategic because I think I'm going to 3 different places. There's an egg place, and then there's a croissant place, and then there's a coffee place. Now the coffee is the hardest thing to carry, so I'm gonna have to bring that last. Okay, 1 down, 2 to go. Got a croissant right across the street, and over here is Java Man coffee. 2 coffees, an egg sandwich, and I'm done.
So we've changed up our plans for the day a little bit, and that was what was really great about this particular trip. We weren't quite sure what the weather was going to be like, and we did provide some time for some serendipity. We're starting with the Japanese gardens. We are not in a rush today, and I have to keep reminding myself. We are not in a rush. There's plenty of time to do what it is that we want to do today as we figure out what it is that we want to do. Everything we do is going to be great. I don't have to do it all. So this is my favorite kind of garden. Not only is it beautiful and very cinematic, but there are all sorts of little paths to go off to. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for agreeing to go to these gardens with me.
Well, this one is a perfect example of you get what you pay for, because there is a team of folks here working meticulously. That was a fabulous hour and some change.
And I think I want to check out the gift shop. Might be able to get some postcards for Postcards from the Road. So if you're not already subscribed to Postcards from the Road, go to our website at zekeandterri.com and sign up. So fortunately, it's not super busy here at the garden, so we were able to sneak in and get some tea and some treats. It was a wonderful experience, super fun to see them. They had these little pellet things that were on the table, and I'm like, I don't think we eat those. And then the guy touched.
I was about to.
Well, the guy touched them. I'm like,
okay.
I don't think that's good. And then he poured hot water over them, and it turned into a little cleansing towel for our hands. That was nice and warm. We're gonna have to go shopping because my Prada boots that I got 15 years ago, I was hoping they'd make it to Paris and that I could replace them where I got them.
Blow out.
Yeah. So.
No sales tax?
No sales tax here. It's just a matter of finding something. I don't need another pair of Blundstones. I want something fashion forward. So. We made it to the Portland Art Museum, which we are going to go to very shortly after an amazing lunch with our friend Afton, who we've known since 1983, 1984.
We loved catching up and hearing her stories and the journey that she's been on so far. And Afton, thank you very much. That was an awesome place to have lunch.
She has a seed packet company, and we'll go ahead and put a link to it in the descriptions because they are super, super cute. Quick visit to the Portland Art Museum.
Got some big construction going on, so they've minimized the amount of space they have.
I say we go walk around, see if we can find you a cup of coffee, maybe a Portland-inspired adult beverage for me. new booth from a place called Mario's. So thank you to the guy over at Gucci who sent me over to Mario's, and thank you for finding it, Zeke. Laurel helped me out. She was delightful. We had the loveliest conversation. I learned it is a family-owned business, so they are very good to women. So nice. Laurel has worked there 26 years.
Oh, wow.
I've now invested in a pair of boots, and I have met a lovely human being. So Laurel, if you're watching, thanks for your help.
Good morning. All right, we are back out for a coffee and pastry run.
And he's back. Zeke, what'd you get us?
I went to the Italian coffee place.
Yeah.
And they did not have a plain croissant. So I had to go to other places to try and find a bakery that sold croissants.
Tous les jours?
I did go to Tous les jours, but while I was walking up to that place, there was a truck with a cart coming off so it wasn't baked there. And I said, you know what? Another block up, there's supposed to be like 3 bakeries right next to each other. 2 of the 3 were closed. The 3rd was open. I got myself a breakfast sandwich from there, but it's a Japanese place, so they don't make croissants. So then I went back to Java Man, which is where I got coffee yesterday, and I got you a croissant from there. Not that they make it there. It came out of something, so you'll have to let me know how that is. So, and no, I did go back to Tous les jours, but their point of sale system was down. They couldn't make any sales. The guy was on the phone with somebody. So I was like, all right, that's how.
But you got yourself your breakfast sandwich.
I did get a bacon, hopefully egg, from the Japanese place. And the gal was from Marin.
Oh, random. We're at the Leach Botanical Gardens. One advantage of coming to these kinds of places during the winter is that you have the place to yourself. Granted, there's not a lot growing.
There are some bulbs coming up over there, or something's got some shoots coming up, so it's kind of fun to see the early versions. Can only imagine in 2 months from now what it's going to be like. It'll be off the hook. But if we were here then, we wouldn't be able to have this conversation in this location because we'd be surrounded by people.
I am seeing a lot of meandering paths down below, so we're going to go ahead and do that because that is one of my favorite parts of gardens like this. I think if the plants are all in bloom, I think this experience is about an hour to kind of meander around. There's a little gift shop.
One of the smaller botanical gardens we've been in, although apparently in May they'll put a bridge back that got washed out to get to the other side, which might expand it a bit, but as it stands right now, pretty tiny.
Like a cute little jewel.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're looking to get outside of Midtown, Old Town, Pearl District, all of that, and you want a little bit of a wild experience that is not waterfalls, it's a cute little side quest. We are all about shopping and supporting locally, especially women-owned businesses, and we think that part of adventure includes fun times together. So if you happen to be looking for something fun, the shop Shebop, women-owned and operated, Portland-based. You can get stuff online. I'll put a link in the description, and just go have some fun. Just never know. So I realized that I don't really like donuts, but I do really like ice cream. And even though there's a Salt and Straw in Palo Alto, I'd like to come to like the mothership. And just like Blue Star Donuts was woman-owned and started, this is co-owned by a woman, or co-started by a woman.
Here we go.
So here we go. I knew it was in somebody's backyard. Oh, well.
So we are in a neighborhood in somebody's, not even backyard, somebody's front yard for this sauna experience. So I apologize.
No, I think it's going to be great. The guy is legit Slavic, which is very cool. So I'm looking forward to an education and an experience that we can only have here.
Mostly close to the band somewhere.
Oh, okay, okay.
And
Well, that was an experience I don't think you're going to be able to get anywhere else in Portland. From all the different spa, sauna experiences that I read about, I don't think anybody else is going to whack you with bushes.
No. And this is not dissimilar to the Finnish experience I had in Helsinki, but there we hit ourselves with our own branches. I want to look for something like this in the Bay Area. I would sign up to do this on a regular basis because it really helped to settle my nervous system, which has been operating on high anxiety. And plus, it was just the two of us plus the owner here. It is in his front yard essentially, but the rustic nature of it outside is fine once you settle in, because the building is actually pretty nice.
Yeah,
so,
set your expectations for that, and that's the only hurdle to get over.
Yeah, but yeah, glad we did this. Sometimes we go to some places that are like institutions in cities just to see what it's all about. Sometimes we're disappointed, and sometimes, like tonight at Jake's, we had an incredible meal. Our server Jacoby was super kind and lovely, and I ordered my Eastside cocktail, which is a bellwether as to how the bar and the restaurant are. Big thumbs up. The salmon may have been the best salmon with this incredible mashed potato side that I have had in over 10 years.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
We are off to Lights now on Pioneer Square. This is the Winter Lights Festival, so we got to go check that out.
Watched any of our videos, you know I love anything sparkly and lights, and there was fire, and Portland, you did not disappoint with the Pioneer Square Portland Winter Lights Festival. Oh my gosh, I imagine this is what Burning Man is like, but like a million times more and lots dirtier and lots harder to get to, and like maybe people on acid and shrooms and everything else. I could have stayed there all night, but you're like, nah. I mean, is that like just not your thing?
No, I got to see all the stuff, and once you see all the stuff, then I'm ready to go.
Oh, so I think part of it's like an experience. You just want to try the big bathtub. Actually, that's not what you want to try.
All right, I'm back out for our final morning in Portland. I've got my road coffee, soda. We found a place last night that I think is going to cover all our bases today. A decent croissant, hopefully, a couple of the breakfast options, and of course, cappuccinos. So let's give it a shot. All right, one-stop shop. We got 2 cappuccinos, a croissant, and a smoked salmon bagel from Nouvrai. Looks pretty good. We'll see how it turns out. Well, we had to go to the Kennedy McManus converted elementary school to a restaurant, hotel, meeting space,
pools, soaking
pool,
and multiple bars.
It goes on and on. You had to really have an imagination if you designed this place to turn it from an elementary school into all those things, which they've done fairly well. It's kind of maze-ish.
The art is fascinating. You know, it could be considered junky, but a lot of it looks like it's been collected and curated from around the world. I could spend a lot more time kind of going through there. And the light fixtures, there were some really very cool light fixtures.
Another part of the Northwest that we're getting right now is a little bit of rain. It's as if we planned it this way.
I know, it's all yours.
Well, and that wraps Portland.
This has been a fun couple of days. I am so glad that we finally got up here after 54, 55 years of life in the Bay Area.
Yep, and we look forward to coming back probably spring to summer of 2026.
Yeah, when more things are in bloom and to be able to go out to the falls, not have to be so bundled up.
And the Portland Art Museum is done with its reconstruction so that there's a little bit more going on there.
And apparently the Free Thursdays downtown will have more of a street fair kind of situation.
Yeah.
So,
and we enjoyed staying downtown. There are some challenges down here, as in any major metropolitan city. Next time, though, we are probably going to be out closer to one of the neighborhoods, vis-a-vis the Division neighborhood we were in yesterday, or others that are like that. Should be cool. Not that we won't come downtown, but a little bit different vibe.
rating the on a scale of 1 to 10, our experience overall.
I would give it 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 7.5 to 8.
Yeah, something like that. Again, you need to start setting your expectations when you travel, because any place that's perfect is probably not interesting enough to travel to, because
Or it's like super, super crowded.
or ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on in Portland.
And I think we also didn't realize how big Portland was from a geography perspective.
Yeah.
And I think having a car will be helpful, but not having a car downtown.
Okay, until next time.
A biento. Oh, and this is our last domestic trip until June, because you're off to Australia, I'm off to Nicaragua, then we're off to Europe for 7 weeks.
That's right.
Yeah, and there's going to be 5 weeks in there in which we will get 24 hours together, but for the most part, we're going to be separated for 5 weeks. Don't get too excited about that.